Hi guys, Pax at Bonum. So today we will be having a new lesson, and our lesson is about SketchUp environment and the tools we will be using for this quarter. So um, our learning competencies today would be to identify parts of a 3D modeling software, in particular SketchUp, and then we will differentiate the tools of a 3D modeling software, and we will create basic objects using the said software. For your values competency, you must be willing and flexible to changes. And for the 21st century skill, you demonstrate initiative to advance skill levels towards a professional level. So let me show you this. Look at the image on the right. Tell me what is wrong with this image in terms of it being three-dimensional. So you might guess that this object or this picture is sort of an optical illusion, right? This plane connects to here, wherein this one supposed to be, it looks like it came from the top, but at this end it became at the bottom part because it goes towards the top. So there are confusions when drawing 3D representations on a 2D plane, on a two-dimensional plane. Confusions might appear because drawing in 2D is not really a good representation of a 3D object. So when we draw three-dimensional objects, it is still best to use three-dimensional tools. Like, I've tried recreating that object, I tried recreating the optical illusion, but it just won't happen because it will be clearly defined that the object will have its three different axes. So therefore, the three different axes will define where a plane will end. So when you draw in 3D, confusion like the image previously shown will be lessened. And one of the many 3D drawing apps is what we call SketchUp, and that's what we are going to use right now. So how are we going to start using SketchUp? I want you to open your browsers, whatever you are using that is attached to the LSQC account. And then I want you to go to app.sketchup.com/app, or you may use Schoology because as far as I can remember, I've already uploaded the link of SketchUp web. So you just open it and then you click on login. Wait, let me sign out. I'll log in with you. So you will be seeing something like this. Just click on sign in. And then you use sign in with Google. Oh, it's a different it's a different URL. So let me just go back here. Sign out ulit ako. Okay, so I'll open again the link. So automatically it will be this will be displayed. So you just have to sign in with your LSQC account. Sorry about that. And then we create a new file. You select from the drop down a new file. And then this will appear. So this is actually the environment of SketchUp. So let's define what do we see on the application? Okay, first and foremost, we have the toolbar here where different tools to be used for drawing are located. And then we have the menu bar. The menu bar of SketchUp is quite simple. In the menu bar, you only have options like new, save, open, export. So very, very limited options. By the way, I forgot to mention that SketchUp is actually a paid application. But there is a version like what we are using. It's the free version. And thankfully, our school is enrolled in Google Academy Suite or Google Education Suites. So it has connections with SketchUp. And since because of that connection, we are able to use SketchUp for free. By the way, just an added information, SketchUp was previously owned by Google, but now they are owned already by a different company. So anyway, going back, on the right we have different panes, and these panes contain different features that may enhance your 3D object. We have the status bar. It's a bit important. It gives you options, not options, but rather it gives instructions or suggestions based on the tool selected. If you will look at this one, it says here click or drag to select objects. So shift, it will add something to the selection. Control, it will also add. Shift control, it will subtract. So most probably the tool that I am using at the time is this one, the select tool. So it gives you different instructions so that you will know what to do with the tool. And then another important bar, sorry for the typo here, another important part of SketchUp is what we call the measurement bar. This measurement bar, we will use this extensively because this will be the part where we will know if our lines are accurate. So in short, it gives us correct, accurate measurements of things that we draw. Okay? So let's start with using SketchUp. So I will demonstrate navigating the work area by first using the orbit, pan, and zoom. I forgot to mention that SketchUp is using 3 different axes because it's drawing in 3D. So we have the blue axis, that's the horizontal axis. We have the red axis, the red is the horizontal axis, the blue is the vertical axis, and then we have the green one for the depth. I don't know if there's such a thing as a depth axis, but the green one is for the length of an object. Now, let's try to navigate the area. On your toolbar, we have here what we call the orbit tool. So you click on that and then select the orbit. Now, if you left click, you will be able to move your camera 360. Okay? Or wait, let me just open my key press display. Okay, it's not showing, but anyway, you may also use the mouse wheel button, click and hold on it. It will convert the tool selected, it will convert it into an orbit tool. Okay, now to zoom in, we can move the mouse tool, the mouse wheel, to zoom in and zoom out. And then to pan to the left or to the right, while using the orbit tool, you hold on to shift. Pan to the right, pan to the left, pan up, pan down. So again, using the mouse wheel button and the shift. So you have to familiarize yourselves with using these different kinds of key presses and mouse button presses, because this will be your best friends for the next few days. So this person, let me delete this. Let me demonstrate how to delete. Using the select tool, you may select on him and then press the delete button. Let me undo. Or once selected, you may right click and then press erase. For me, I'm more comfortable with selecting and pressing delete button. It's it's up to you, whichever you are comfortable with. And then next is we will try to cover the different drawing tools. Okay? Now SketchUp uses a click, move, click approach. The first click sets up where a point starts. The second click will set up where the drawing should end. What am I talking about? So going back, let's use a line first. This is the line tool. So again, click, move, click approach. So once you click, you can now move the mouse, place it where you want to end. Okay. And then you click again, that's where it will end. Now, after the second click, you are now primed to create another line. So if you want that to stop, you just press escape. Okay? Now try to move your camera using the orbit tool, and you will be able to see it. On this place, it looks like an inclined, maybe around 30 degrees. But if you will move the camera, it's actually a line that is flat to the horizontal axis. At first glance, you thought that it's an angle in 30 degrees. It looks like in 30 degrees. But in reality, it's actually located on the horizontal and the depth axis on the red and green. That's where things get confusing in 3D. You really have to move your camera to know where your lines land. But the good thing about SketchUp is when you create drawings, lines, shapes, it will give you a guide. Look at this one. If I create a line, now you will see the line turning red. It means that it is parallel with the red axis. Okay, it is located in the red axis. If you create a line, let's look for the green axis. No, let's go for the blue axis first. If it turns blue, it means it is parallel with the blue axis, the horizontal axis. Now, if it turns green, it means it is parallel with the green axis. Now, sir, I'm finding it hard to look for the lines. It seems as if it won't automatically align with the red, the green, or the blue. You can manually set the alignment by pressing the keyboard. Use the arrow keys. If you press the left arrow key, it will be aligned to the green axis. If you press the up button or the up arrow key, it will be aligned to the blue one. If you press the right, it will be aligned to the red axis. So something like that. The down arrow, it will give you the last line used. So the last line, it is along the red axis. So therefore, pressing down, it will also be aligned on the red axis. Okay, let me just delete everything. Let's try to use now the rectangle tool. To draw the rectangle, you may select this one. You may press R to select the rectangle tool. So to draw a rectangle, we just click, move, and then click. To make sure that you want to draw a square, you wait for... Wait a minute. You wait for dashed lines to appear on the diagonal part of the plane. But if you want to be sure, let's use the measurements bar. Let's say, for example, we want to create a rectangle that is 100 inches by 100 inches. So I will click first. I will click. I'm not going to click for the second part yet. What I will do is I will type something. Okay, I will type 100 inches. Wait a minute. You cannot see my status bar and my measurements bar. Wait, give me a minute. Okay, there. So we will be typing something on the dimension or the measurement bar. So I am going to click on the rectangle using the rectangle tool, and then I will type 100. You will see that the measurements bar will have 100, and then I will add the unit inches, or sorry, again 100 IN, and then followed by a comma, another 100 IN. Oh, did not happen. Again, 100 comma 100. I will press enter, and then the square with 100 by 100 inches was created. So what if I want to use centimeters? Again, let's say 25 cm by 25. To separate it, you use a comma. So that's it. Circles, almost the same. So we click on the rectangle tool, we select the circle, point, click, look at the measurements bar, it changes. Yeah, I remember now. For inches, we do not use the word inches to type, but rather we will be using quotation to denote that it's in inches. So, for example, I will create a circle with 50 radius, 50 inches. So I will put quotation. So there. Now you notice two planes intersected. So when these two planes intersect, well, a new object is formed. You can actually delete on this line. Let's remove that, even this one. We can also remove this, even this one. Now it's a different polygon altogether. Even the line, we can also use measurements bar for it. Let's say we will create a line horizontal to the blue axis. So I will click up, and then I want that line to be 80 centimeters long. So I will type 80 cm. So you saw that it's a bit small, so I will zoom in. So that is already a line 80 centimeters. Now I want to follow it up with a line along the red axis, I want it to be 100 centimeters. So I typed 100 cm, press enter, and then there we go. What else? Let's try to let's try to use other tools that can manipulate the objects that we see. So I want you to group yourselves into 5 members each. Now, each member will be assigned an object manipulation tool. So we have different object manipulation tools. We have the push-pull, offset, move, rotate, and scale. I've already indicated here the shortcut buttons or shortcut key presses for the buttons. So what you will do is you will explore what the tool does. Maybe after 5 to 10 minutes, you will report to the group and tell them what you have found out. So I will give you an additional 15 minutes to discuss every tool to each one, and then afterwards, I will call one random member of a group to discuss a random tool. And then, I will also want to see a demonstration of the tool. Okay? So for 5 members, it's up to you guys kung sino yung i-assign nyo for each tool. But ang important thing dito, every member will be assigned one tool. Okay? So I will open breakout sessions. I'll give you 10 minutes to explore the tool on your own, and then another 15 minutes for discussion, and then for the rest of the time, I will call on a member of each group to report on what you have found out for one particular tool. Okay? So please start doing your activity. I will prepare breakout sessions. Thank you.